Okay, just mixing up here. Volume and stuff. There we go. Now let me do that. There we go. Hello, everybody. I'm gonna do the same thing like I did last time. I'm gonna have music playing in the background, but I'm gonna keep the epidemic sound library that I have. Instead of like last time I had the Commodore 64 and Amiga compilation going. I could go back to that, but I think because that playlist is already on there, let's just go with it. And you can, I'm still gonna show you who the artist is, even though you don't even know these artists. Even I don't know all of these artists, but it'll stay there in case you just am curious about them or something. I don't know. But yes. We have returned back to Millenium 2.2 or Millenium Return to Earth. Usually back in the day, these games had two names, depending on the location of it. If it was a Europe or the US release, they always had different names. I don't know why. I don't know why they did that with the US and the Europe. The game was released in Europe in a different name and in the US under a different name. Why? Never understood that. Their choice, not mine. We're still building the carrack. And that carrack is for the lasers that I built. Yeah, we got 16 here. Let's do all evil schemes to survivors of humanity. Yeah. Nothing less expected of you, Dose, right? Just want everybody to die. And you just want me to lose the game. I mean, what are we playing here? Sims? If I was playing Sims, I'd be killing people left and right. I'm sure, for sure. Never played any Sims, but I'm sure I would do that. Torture them instead of helping them live their lives. Never fear, the evil is here. I never fear the evil. Trust me, I have my dark side. And if I want to be evil, I would be totally evil. It very rarely happens though, but if I wanted to, I could be evil. And trust me, you don't want to see my evil side. Nobody wants to see my evil side. Okay, fine. This is my evil side. This is my good side. Okay, so now you know. So I had a carrack here. Okay, any resources for them to pick up? Oh, not much. Just a couple of silver and uranium. Okay. So gotta wait for them to get more. Was there a carrack in Tethys? Oh, Callisto then? Yeah. No, that's the Wave Rider. Nemesis is on the moon. R-Type is on Callisto. Why did I ever make Nemesis? Make no sense. Never fear, Cthulhu. Yeah, yeah. No one wants to see anyone's evil side, I reckon. No. Well, nobody wants to see anybody's bad side. Evil side? Eh. Curiosity killed the cat and all that. Ah, Supplies 2 is going to Callisto right now. Right. What's the cargo? Empty. Equipment? Empty. Ah, they're just going to Callisto to get the stuff. Okay. Just gotta get myself reacquainted with where we left off. Herr Andersson, tjena! Howdy, over there on YouTube. I also have to see that I did put the chat up. Alright, so we gotta wait until that one carrack is done. They're gonna be attacked. Oh, but the carrack is complete. Good. And you shall be renamed to Laserter. That doesn't make any sense, but trust me, it makes sense. In some capacity, it would make sense. What capacity that is, I do not know. Actually, I'm gonna leave a couple of them out because you never know when the Martians might attack it. The moon. More orbital lasers, please. Do I remember you? I think I do. The name is familiar. I don't remember everybody because it's been such a long time. Well, I just don't remember everybody. I'm sorry. So many people to remember. At least I don't remember people who aren't often watching my live streams. So those kind of people I tend to forget. So if I don't remember you completely, pair, I'm sorry. So just my own fault, my memory. Well, I now deploy my orbital laser carrier. Well, I will work towards it. So eventually we will do that. That will happen eventually. It'll just take time. A long time. A very long time. Will I take off every zig? Yep, I will move zig for great justice. Move all zig. So supplies, go land. So, then we go to Callisto. Let's see if you... No, not you, R-type. Let's see if you can already grab a lot of stuff. Wow, 35 silver. We're rich. Well, 35 is better than nothing. Whenever I hear this song playing, it gives me like a Christmassy feeling. It's got that skippy kind of a tone to it. What else? It was copper, platinum, and yes, sulfur, methane. Let's see, was there any sulfur or methane here? No, not you. Pay 2, please. Sulfur. We'll take the rest of that. And skedaddle. That's what the supplies was here to do anyway. Just grab the supplies. Back to the moon. It's a short while. Hey, Turnip. Just out of curiosity, what will happen if you send a scout to the aliens' home planet right now? I have already done that and they destroy it immediately. That's all just happens. They just destroy it. Collector has a mineable asteroid. Take it. Set course to the moon. Confirm. Go. Is the music too quiet, by the way? The music that's playing. Do tell me if it's too quiet. Yeah, I would bet it's too quiet. Hang on. Let me fix that. Up the volume. That should be better. I hope. Orbital laser production complete. More lasers. How many lasers do we have actually? 13. Laserter. Grab some more. Actually, grab as many you can. That's 20. And off you go. So laserter. Set course to Callisto. Confirm. The reason I made laser turn that many lasers is because I want to give more lasers to the other colonies. Because they will be using them a lot once the Martians continue to attack the place. Zoobadoobadoobadoo. More stuff. Off you go. Back to the asteroids collector. Confirm. Go. Okay. So I had been thinking of making another colony, but I don't remember where. I needed a place that has silver. I mean, Titan does have silver, but it doesn't have a lot of it. Yeehaw! We've been looking for that silver mine, boys. So let's see where we can find that some bitch. Oh, there's some silver in Miranda. So maybe I should be making one for Miranda, but then maybe there was something that was a little closer to us that we could go and put in there. Put it right there. Maybe there? No, we can't put it right there. How about there? No, they don't have any silver. What am I talking about? That doesn't even exist, you know. Yeah, none of them have any silver, so Miranda is the best place to put it. Yep. That production worker has a very easy job. He just selects what should be produced and presses the button next to the screen. Easiest job in the world, I know. They even gave him a comfortable looking chair set. Yep. Well, of course it's a comfortable chair. But he doesn't only just press the button, he needs to hold the button. Sometimes he holds that button for 2 months in a row. That's gonna be very tiresome for the arm, you know. Rock and roll! So Miranda is a place to put the next SIOS. Gotta remember that. And for that I do need to make another carrack. Actually, I need just to wait for the carrack to arrive. Whoever was flying here. Supplies. Yeah, to the moon. That suddenly turned out not to be an easy job, yeah? I mean, he pushes the button, but as you can see, he just holding it there. It's a very tiresome and boring job. I really hope that they actually do have a robot there instead of some person doing that the whole day. I was just talking about the new supplies. Welcome back to the moon. Now give me all the stuff and you're gonna stay there and wait until I make the Miranda. Give all that good stuff. Yeah. There we go. 752 silver. That is still a long way for us to get the fleet carrier. Halfway there. Over halfway there. Good. How much iron do we have? Still need 3,000 iron more. You bet the engineers were jealous and didn't put a locking button onto the machine. Probably. Why would they be jealous? I mean, they made the nodules for life support. They're the ones that create all the all this stuff, the research and such. Why would they be jealous at all? They're the ones who created all this stuff. I think they just wanted to dick around. Those, you made that machine because you're evil. Causing just one person to sit there all day pushing one button so that things materialize. Evil, I say. Evil. Your master plan has been foiled. Or exposed. Or something. Okay, now I need, well, not an SIOS. I should make a Mark 10 Sologen first, because they will need that in the next colony. Engineers design, workers build the things. Got to the asteroids. Collector has a mineable asteroid laser too. Okay. Let's grab this first. Send you to the moon. The laser tour will land on Callisto. And then give them lots of lasers. Not that many. Need to divide these. There we go. Want you. Laser next place. Tethys. 56 days. God damn, they're far away from each other. Hey, Spiky. Alright, Sologen done. Let's make the vaccine. Because that is also required to do, because... more orbital laser. I'll just make a few more. Few more orbital lasers. Then make the SIOS. Set course to the asteroids. And you. Screw you, Martians! I said, screw you, Martians! Done. Finally have a keyboard that has functioning shift and control buttons. You can now spam Twitch emotes all day long without it being painful. Yeah, do that and you get a warning visual. Don't spam. You can do it anywhere else but here. Go spam your emotes somewhere else, not here. There is a limit on how much you can do it. And also, don't test me. You can use them, but don't spam them. There's a difference. I'm not denying you of using them, just don't spam them. You can use an emote after every sentence if you want to, that I don't mind. But if it's just spamming the emotes, nobody likes that. So gotta be careful about that. Okay, how many lasers are there? Now there's 10, so let's see. What can you pick up? Medical supplies, you need at least 2 fighters. Sologen Mark 10, and then some orbital lasers. You can actually pick up a lot. Okay, you're gonna take all that. Now let's make the SIOS towards Miranda. Good. We had stuff. Thankfully, haven't been here for like 3 years and not knowing all the manners. Good. You have to still, I need to give the ground rules at least, you know. Even though you have been here for a long time, there still need to be reminded other people of the ground rules. I mean, it wasn't just towards you, Vissel, but it's also a general rule here. Don't spam emotes. You can use them in with your sentences, but don't just spam the emotes and just using the emotes all the time. That's all I'm saying. Okay, let's take Z. Set a course to the moon, and you go. Hey, Gabriel. Oh, this is a boring one. I should change those. Relevant. Production complete. Good. Alright, then we go here. Send you up into the air. Miranda base. Set course to Miranda. Half a year. All supplies too. You go there as well. Beep, beep. Laser order. So you leave. Yeah, that'll do. Grab some stuff from here while we're here. Although we don't really need this, but I'll take the copper at least. We don't need the uranium anymore. We got so much uranium. Yeah, I'll grab it. Let's just grab it. Why not? Grab some uranium. And then it is off to the last place where you need to go. Titan. 1 day. Or 2 days. Like that. Put the lasers in there, and you are done with your job, Mr. Laserter. So grab the silver, and the rest can be platinum. There you go. Off into space. And back to the moon. 95 days. Useless, huh? Okay. Now we just wait until we get to Miranda to get a new base, and I can hopefully get some more silver. Tons of silver. Because it is what I need. And I have totally forgotten to put the production up in on the moon base. Lasers, please. Totally agree with you there, Specky. Very simple game, but it's also awesome. Merry Christmas, says Orbital Laser. Yay! Our Christmas present is an orbital laser. Best gift ever. Also, I'm gonna skip to the next song, and before we do that, Happy New Year! There. Just wanted to play that sound. Orbital laser, please. Thank you. Everything is taking such a long time to get it anywhere, so now I'm just producing orbital lasers for a long while. How much uranium do I have left? 578. Yeah, I can still make 57 of those lasers. If I wanted to. And if I could. I can't really. I could, but I wouldn't have the space for it. There's the problem. Not enough space. picture has a mineable asteroid. Rabbit. You haven't found any asteroids in a long time. Collector has been a lot busier than you. Like that. Usually it is, when you have two of these grazers, the other one becomes the one that keeps grabbing all the mineable asteroids, while the other one just is twiddling its claws in space. Why do you have all those smaller solar generators? Because. That's why, because. You cannot get rid of them. So they just stay with you. There's no way of getting rid of them, so. That's why I have them. You land, and you land. More production of orbital laser, please. And then we empty you to up. Saving the Earth to poor music. This is far from poor music. There's no saxophone. Not enough wah-wah, and too rhythmic. You gotta know your porn music there, Bizzle. This is not porn music at all. It isn't sleazy enough for porn music. It doesn't require any of those. Just needs to be catchy and a bit kinky. Well, that certainly was not either of those. Like I said, gotta know your porn music, man. You're too young to know your porn music anyway, Visu. Go study it some more. Okay. Still need 300 silver. We're almost there to make the fleet carrier. Melazorter, you're gonna stay here, because right now I don't need you for any supply runs. But how many lasers do we have? 14. I can make 2 more, then we're full. One more. So now we're gonna be full. Actually, Lazorter, you do have a job for you. I do have a job for you. You do have a job from me to do. English, it's a language. Yeah, take it. Set the course back to the moon. Okay, Lazorter, grab those lasers. I'm gonna have you here as a laser deposit for the moon. So more lasers, please. How many orbitals? Well, in total, if you mean orbital lasers, how many in total? Let's see, there's at least 12 now there, 24. 37 in total. And the bunker has 4, so that's 41. Now there's... yeah, that's 50, and it's 57 at least, and about 60 in total. About 60 in total. There's gonna be much more on the moon soon. Are they enough? We'll see. No, I didn't want to make a nodule. I can't even make a nodule. There's no place for a nodule. Does the C64 have a real-time clock? If so, does game time pass in real time while you're not playing the game? Well, this is on the Amiga, not C64. Has the game clock only kept matching real time so closely because you always start and stop playing at about the same time? Let me read that question again. Does the game time pass in real time while you're not playing the game? Yes, it does. It goes the game time passes in real time, so that clock that you see there, that actually runs in the same clock time as your computer's real-time clock. Has the game clock only kept matching real time so closely because you always start and stop playing at about the same time? Nope, it's just, this is a real clock here. If I just don't do anything, you can see the minutes pass. So at least you can always see the minutes pass. That is actually the real-time clock there. All the time, the minutes. As you can see, it's just changed to 30. And if we wait for 1 minute, it will change to 31. So it's not really a real-time clock, but at least it's a real-time timer on the minutes. Because you can advance hours and days. So the hours won't be accurate, but the minutes all the time are accurate. That is all the time real time. For realsies in the real world, real time, real. If you got my meaning from all that explanation, then suddenly I realized may have not made any sense. And there's something in my eye that is disturbing my vision. Can launch you. Make more of you. And send you off back to where you belong. To the asteroid. Oh. Commodore 64 might have had an expansion cartridge that did RTC, if you remember correctly, which is unlikely. C64 has RTC in its CIA chip. Hey there, Tubuke. Huh. Yeah, I do know that some games on the Commodore 64 actually do have a real-time clock in them. Not many, but a few do. So they use the RTC that is in the CIA chip. As far as I know. I haven't really played many games on the Commodore 64 that utilizes the real-time clock. But it is there if anybody wants to make a homebrew game that utilizes a real-time clock. I'm gonna try to see what happens if I try to make a nodule. I don't think it's gonna let me build it. I'm still building it. You mean if you close the game and open it exactly 34 minutes later, will the game clock advance 34 minutes or will it become inaccurate? No, it will be inaccurate. It will not continue to... It will not continuously advance the game clock at all. If you stop playing the game, the timer on the clock will stop as well. Because otherwise, if the game clock would continuously go on, even if you're not playing the game, it would advance the game timeline forward without your consent. And then Martian attacks would happen in the game without your consent and everything will be destroyed. And that would be a bad thing. You would lose the game even without playing the game. So yeah, it's a good thing that doesn't exist. Tethys! 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 Attack! There's only 3. I'll take them down the old-fashioned way. I'm firing my lasers in a different way. You thought the Martians would just wait until you played the game. Nah, I think they would attack behind your back while the game wasn't even running. They're assholes like that. They would do that. They would cheat. You recall Maniac Mansion and Zack McCracken used RTC. Yeah, actually they do. Yeah, those games actually do use RTC. On all versions, not just the Commodore 64. Because especially in Maniac Mansion, there actually are timed events on it. Like in the beginning, when the post package arrives to the house, or when they talk to each other, or when Weird Ed decides to go get something from the fridge to eat. Those are all timed events in the game, and they utilize the RTC. And the clock starts when you start the game, after you have chosen your characters to play as, when the intro begins. I had totally forgotten that actually those 2 games utilize the RTC. Goddamn Martians never learn. Yeah. Hey Mario. You could program game to do that if you were given a chance to do that. You adored Commodore 64 Maniac Mansion was funny and spooky. Yeah. Maniac Mansion in general is a great game. But I did play it on the Commodore 64 quite a bit, but I wasn't good at it as a kid. Yeah, storage space full. Yeah. Why did I even bother? Now it's forever going to be stuck on 99%. Miranda base! Orbit achieved. Finally. So let's make our new base. Miranda colony established! And then get supplies down there. Alright. Let's get all this stuff down here. Go. Get that running. There we go. And now we just wait until people start banging. Alright. Weird that there is no Millenium 2.2 on the Commodore 64. Well, this was made in the era of Amiga and Atari, so I guess they didn't think of porting it to anything else. It was only on DOS, Amiga, and Atari ST, as far as I remember. The only platforms where this game was released. You remember this game putting semblance to Space 1999 series because of the moon base. Can you disassemble the old Sologens for resources? Nope. They cannot be disassembled. It could be adapted quite nicely. Yeah, it could be. This game would easily work on the Commodore 64. All the fighter sequences where you control the fighter and the other fighters would easily work on the Vectron, like Elite, because it's very reminiscent to Elite style of graphics. It could be memory issues. C64 had a pretty restricted memory footprint. Well, I don't know. This isn't very heavy on the resources, in my opinion. So I would think that it would easily work on the Commodore 64. They would have to downgrade on the graphics quite a lot, though. But that doesn't really matter. Underlying hardware architecture is pretty different. Well, true. But still, I think it would work in some way on the Commodore 64, this kind of a game. I mean, they had... Commodore 64 has Supremacy, and I think Star Control was on a Commodore as well, on the Commodore 64. A lot of these kind of space games. Well, of course, there's Elite. And there's a game that people have suggested for me to try, a space game, but I can't remember what the name is called, or game is called right now. Can't remember what the name of the game is. People have suggested it to me quite a few times to try out. It's some kind of a space exploration game on the Commodore and also Amiga. It's not on the suggestions list because it was suggested to me before we even made that page. Let me see if I have it somewhere. I know I have it on somewhere, so I can always check. Every time you go to that one room, you think you think I'm being killed by a robot. No, not Utopia. Although many people have mentioned Utopia, but it's not that game. Well, something else, and I think I have the game on the list here of all my Commodore Amiga games, not Commodore 64, Amiga games. Unless I have deleted it, so it's not here anymore. It's looking bad, I don't see it anywhere. Shoot. I may have actually deleted the game. So now I don't really know what game it is. I can't even remember what letter it starts with. All I remember, it was some kind of a space exploration. You start off at a moon base. You have to build your own spaceship and then go off and do all kinds of possibly all kinds of trading and other stuff. Ever play Moonbase Alpha? Nope. This is on the Amiga. It was also released on the Atari ST and DOS. But this is the Amiga version. I'm just looking up, trying to find a game right now that people have talked to me about before. Another space game. I did try it out on my own once, but I couldn't understand anything about it because it seemed like a very complicated game. At least from the get-go. Right from the get-go it seemed very... God damn it. I really cannot remember the name of the game at all. I hate myself for forgetting these games. Oh well. No idea, Jace. I have no help for you or for myself because I cannot remember anything that could be in the name of the game. Just no idea. I can't even remember what letter the game begins with. And I'm breaking my brains right now trying to remember. But no friggin' idea. I hate that about myself. That you guys have suggested games to me to try out and I forget the name of the game immediately. That's why we have the game suggestion list. So I don't have to forget. I just go look in there. Yeah, let's see. You still, yeah, you still have a lot of room. There we go. 20 inside you. Good. Yeah, I wish Deuteros wasn't so slow either. Otherwise, I would try and play it here on a live stream at some point. But it takes fucking forever to get the space station completed, which you need to get completed first before you even get to go into space at all, which is very annoying. But that's how the game is designed, so actually I'm gonna go and check on Miranda. Life support is good, so let's turn this motherfucker on. And we got silver. Oh, we're gonna get silver off the ass in here. We're in business, people. Is there anybody here? Yeah, there is somebody here. So what are you collecting? Oh, silver. Grab all that silver that you can. And some platinum. Launch you into space. To the moon. To the moon. Confirm. Collector was on moon orbit. Actually, did I get all the stuff from you already? Yeah, I did. I was supposed to send you back to the asteroids. Emblem. There we go. More lasers. Yeah! Actually, the amount of stuff that the supplier has with it right now might be enough for us to actually make the fleet carrier. I still will be needing more iron. We're still missing a lot of iron, but we're very close on making that fleet ship. So we can go and destroy the Martian assholes once and for all. And also I need to make an SIOS to the place where we can get chromium from. Actually, now that I think about it, I should do that right now. Make fighters, a couple of fighters, so we can put those into the carrack. Goddamn, Collector, you are so good! Good at your job! Usually at this point I actually get rid of both of the grazers, but because I don't need anything from the freaking asteroids anymore. Got so much stuff already from the colonies and such, so the grazers become useless at this point. Alright, get your stuff out of view. Thank you very much. You may go back to the asteroids, because that's where you go. You do your stuff in there, and you give me more stuff with the stuff, and then stuffity stuff. Makes you wonder why they made the fleet carrier so heavy. They would need to build it in an orbital dock. Either way, they couldn't get it to the orbit. Otherwise, they couldn't get it to the orbit. Sometimes English is a language, you know. It's hard to even read. Okay, let's see. So I need the fighters in there, the back medical supplies, and the soldier. And a couple of more orbital lasers. Yeah, that'll do. So now we go and make ourselves the SIOS for Triton? Yes! I remembered correctly. So SIOS to Triton. Alright. Alright. Supplier moon orbit achieved. Yes. Welcome back. Give us all of that silver. Automatic emptiness. We have enough silver now. We have all the silver we need to make the fleet carrier. Alright. 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 Okay, send you off to space. Triton base. Set your course to Triton. 283 days. Place order. On you go. So let's see, fleet carrier. Need titanium and iron. Titanium and iron. Titanium and iron. Almost at the titanium is almost there, but we still need 2,000 more iron. Oh yeah. Alright. Oh yeah. Alright. Oh yeah. Getting funky now. Where are all my goddamn carracks? Production has started really well, although I don't need any of your silver anymore. So this was a waste. I'll take the iron. Not much of it, but I'll take this silver. I should check all the other places if they have a lot of iron. You have none. You have none. How about you? Oh, you have tons of iron. So, supplies too. Actually, leave all that behind. Well, like, except for the iron. Iron I will take. That robot looks like a car's front seat. Fun fact, silver is argentum in Latin. Yep, that it is, Nathan. Okay, supplies to set a course for Callisto to grab all that lovely, lovely, lovely iron. Oh, the irony that we don't have any iron. And that doesn't even have any iron. I'll still take it for the platinum and other stuff. All the other good stuff. Now collector's turn. Take it. And leave it at the moon. There! Tethys again! Firing my lasers! Ah, that was all of them. Ha ha ha. I did say that the laser has the capability of destroying from 4 to 10 in one hit. That's why the lasers are the best. Fetcher Moon Orbit. How many days for? Yeah. Fetcher. All that goody gumdrops out of you, launch you back into space, and then send you back into the asteroid. To the asteroid. Now it's your turn, Collector. Grab all your goodies that you got. Off you go. Back to your workstation. The asteroids. Those are pretty fragile lasers if they break after one use. Well, it's a one-shot laser. I guess the, also, Happy New Year! I guess the, thermal coils that causes the lasers to shoot just overheats it. So it's a one-use orbital laser. At least that makes sense to me. Fetcher works fast. It was only 3 days in the asteroid field and grabbed itself. Okay, that was 1 day. God damn, you guys work fast. Repeat. Now that's very much you're very much summing up the whole game here. Strictly badass number 3. This game is about lots of rinse and repeat moments. I think I will get rid of the grazers because I really don't need them anymore that much. So I'm just gonna scrap them on the moon. You guys land there and you're gonna be scrapped. Because I get the platinum and everything from everywhere else, and I have a lot of them already, so I really don't need these guys anymore. So I'll say goodbye to Fetcher and Collector. They served their country well. Or moon base, or whatever you want to call this service. Dismantle, yes. And then you empty your stuff first. And dismantle. There we go. Now we got 608 people here on the moon base because of the extra crew members from the grazers. So I still need 1,300. Yeah, 1,300 iron. Actually, now that I think about it, let's make more lasers while we're at it. So I'll have something in production all the time. Now the good thing about now that the grazers are gone, they will not be interrupting me all the time with their asteroids that they find and all that. You do all this in peace and quiet. The engineer that came up with the one-use lasers needs to be fired. With a laser? Oh, the irony. Ew, the irony. I'm fired with a laser because I invented the crappy lasers. Oh, where is me? That's my reenactment of him being fired with a laser. Oh, need a drink. Oh. So how's How's everybody doing? Having a good time? Enjoying the game? Enjoying my ramblings? Enjoying me pouring myself some juice? Oh, did it fall onto the floor? Good. Just had a quick shower, being a knackering day. Same here, I'm still sweating like a pig here. I already took a shower in the morning, but it hasn't helped because it's still a very, very humid and warm day here, so... I'm just constantly hot. Don't I know it? Pizza, more stream, and beer. What better way to spend the evening? A movie stream. That would be better for tomorrow. Tired today, but managed. Speaking of shower, tempting. It's hot here as well and humid. You hate it. Makes me feel hot and humid is bad for anybody. I mean, that's the killer. Or no matter where you are, hot and humid. It's not made for humans. I was supposed to see. It's 11, so that's going to be 12, and I can make 4 more. So let's make 4 more. 3 after this. Help the neighbor move for 4 hours. Gruesome. No wonder you've been having a knackering day. 4 hours of move? It's a long time for moving. But then again, usually moving does take a long time. I mean, it's not a 1 hour job. Totally not. One more laser. It's kind of interesting that the reserve number for the lasers that you can make on your base, no matter what base, the reserve is 16 is the maximum amount. But you can actually easily exceed that amount by kind of cheating. 30 Celsius there. A pretty crappy day, but it took a turn to the better immediately when the stream began. Good to hear that. Let's see, over here where I am, it's about 18 Celsius right now. And I think humidity must be at the same level as Jace's, around 70. Your last movie took 1.5 hours to get from one apartment to another. Good. It's actually really good if you can do it fast. Well, it did happen fast for me too when I moved in here. It actually took about... Let me see. Got the guys and they took the stuff out of the old apartment to their truck. Then they drove here. Then they moved the stuff from there to here. Must have been also about 90 minutes. So 1.5 hours as well. This was a family the size of 3 though. Ah, that explains why it took so long. The bigger the family, the lot more stuff they have. You moved 300 meters and had packed everything in before. 300 meters? That's not much of a move. For me, it was... My movement was... How far is it? About... Well, in kilometers, about 5 or 6 kilometers. And actually, it might be even 10. I'm not really sure. This move was about 10 meters. So you didn't move a house, you helped them just move stuff around, I guess. I'm gonna make another orbital laser, and if it goes over 7 days. 7 days. Yeah, it meant over. Production halted. Yep. Storage space full. Well, let's fix that when you guys... You already have an orbital laser in there. What what happens if I put all of these in there and then go to production? Storage is full. Should I make another carrot? Now that I think about it. What does carrot take? It doesn't use any iron. That's good. I actually should make another carrot. Hey no, Miranda! Miranda under attack! Oh no, only one left! One mouthful left! Hey, laughing boy! There, done. You remember 7 Day series with the time machine? I don't remember anything like that. Their usual apartment starts a 3-month power plumbing renovation, which you went through earlier in the year. Tomorrow, they're renting another apartment for the duration, which has already been renovated. Ah, cool. So now you don't need to run downstairs anymore to go to the toilet and the shower and stuff. Whenever I hear all these battle musics that I actually have on the epidemic list here, I always get reminded of my Fallout series because I use this music on the sped up battle sequences. Especially this one. I used that one a lot. The final stand. Because it's good. All these songs that I did use, they work really well with Fallout. Assigning crew. Goody. And orbital lasers. There we go. Now let's build some more. Like finish up the one that we have almost finished. 1 hour ahead. Done. More orbital lasers, plus. It's just making orbital lasers and waiting for, well, the Triton right now. For the Triton base to arrive in its place. I wonder how far they are already. And also laser, oh yeah, lasers are going there. Oh yeah, supplies is going to Callisto. 16 more days. Cool, almost there. They're gonna, it's going to arrive to Callisto during this production. About in 3 days. Let's see. 1, a 2, a 3, there it is. I like this song. So, iron, all the iron you can carry. I'm sure with this, all this iron we'll be able to make the fleet carrier. Alright, launch you. And to the moon! 47 days. How long for the Triton to arrive? 34 days. Okay, they're almost there. Whoa. All the irony. I get it. Iron. Irony. That's not how it works, though. If you want to use that in a punny manner, you should have said, all you need is iron for your carrier. Oh, the irony. That's how you do puns. I'm sure some of you appreciate my puns. Orbital laser. Laser. A laser. Haha! Hey! Ho-ho! Land, please! Establish! Now you can land there as well. And now we are going to actually, for the first time, I will be able to show you a mutant colony. Because these people are methanoids, if I remember correctly. So they will mutate there. Turn on the lights. Output is not going to be big, because they're so far from the sun. But here, methanoids. They got glamour of rock hair. Yep. No, actually, those are not the first mutants that I've shown. One of these colonies was a mutant colony, right? Yeah, the nitroids. That they have a turnip head. Totally forgot that. But now you've seen another, the methanoids. They just love to rock and roll, I guess. So Methanoid was not the one that has the brain showing, so I think Hydroid is the one that would be showing their... Yeah, that's Methanoid. Methanoid. I think they're Sulfuroid. Sulfuroid might be the one that... Now that I'm thinking, there is actually... I thought there would be a different, one other kind, a Hydroid. But I think Sulfuroid is the one that shows their brain in their mutation. Yeah, there's also Hydrogoid, yeah. But wasn't Hydrogoid the one that you've already seen? No, that's a nitroid, so there's two more. I think, I'm not sure which one is which, but the other one is actually... They just go over those. I don't know why, but that's how the game goes. But there's two other mutations. The other one is that their heads are exposed from up here, that you can just see their brains, that there's like a membrane, just like a dome over it. And the other one is the more freakier one. If I do remember correctly, those are... The mutation with them is that they have freaking huge eyes. And they look creepy as hell. I don't remember exactly how if that is correct, but I think it is correct. But you can always look it up yourselves. It's been such a long time since I've seen those mutations. English is a language, you know. So it's been a long time since I've seen those mutations, so I don't remember exactly how they look like, but at least I do remember the brain exposed. But the other one is still kind of eludes me, but I do remember I didn't like them, that they looked freaky as hell. Okay, supplies 2. You have arrived with your iron. Yep. Damn it, will you stop pushing the wrong button? There we go. Yes! Now we have enough iron to make the fleet carrier. Also, what I need to do with this Carrack, now that they have arrived, I'm gonna put the lasers in there. Trust me, putting all the lasers into all the Carracks is going to be a very good thing for the moon base. In the long run. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna build a bit more orbital lasers in a while. Before I make the fleet carrier. Just enough of these so they can fill up the supplies too. So it still fits 6. Okay. Actually, should put you into rotation there so you blow up behind me a little bit. So I can feel that breeze a little bit. So hot today. I hate this kind of weather. I really do. It's just... this kind of weather just drains you. When it's hot and humid, it just drains you, so... That's why last Friday I wasn't even able to make a video for Blind Friday, because I was just so tired all the time. But then again, I also had a cold. So this kind of weather plus cold? I'm not gonna be doing anything that day. There, perfectly. Alright. Let's make one orbital laser just for safety, because you would never know when they might attack the moon base. So it's good to have at least one orbital laser on the moon base. But now, the thing that we have been working for all this time, the fleet carrier. Insufficient power, I forgot that I need to turn this off. There we go. Nice foot on the fleet carrier there. So how's things on Triton then? Yep. Let's turn that on so we can start getting that chromium. The only satellite planet, whatever you want to call it, that has that. 50% already. A thought just crossed your mind. Couldn't you get the required iron by bloodletting your colonists and separate the iron from the blood? Happy New Year. Oh no, whatever shall I do with this Martian attack on Triton? If I wanted to even try bloodletting and separate the iron from the blood, I would need tons of blood. The whole colony would just die from the bloodletting. For the required amount of iron. And besides, that would be 9,000 kilograms of iron that you require. That's 10,000 kilograms. 10 tons of iron to build the fleet carrier. Bloodletting? Yeah, if you want to kill everybody, go ahead. But then again, you're Dr. Dose. You would just kill everybody, wouldn't you? Don't be too evil towards me. I don't like it when people are too evil. I mean, a joke is a joke, but when it comes for too evil, that's where I draw a little bit of a line. Even though it's a game or anything, but it's still ethics and everything, you know. Yeah, it kind of makes me think about your ethics in life and all that, so... Each hemoglobin molecule contains just one iron atom, if you recall correctly. Yeah, about, yeah. So you wouldn't even get even an ounce of iron from bloodletting colonists. All right, we have our fleet carrier. You're gonna be named Dr. Dose. Because it's evil. Like him. Assign a crew. And if I do remember, the payload says 35 tons because it already comes with some fighters in it. Like one. And all I need in there actually are just lasers. I guess I could make one other fighter in there to balance it out. 2 fighters. But then tons of orbital lasers. And you'd hate that time when Dwarf Fortress players farmed the mermaid bones. Well, not really. I don't think I would hate that. I mean, if it's a resource that you can get that is useful in the game, then I wouldn't. That I don't mind. Nope, never played. I'm not even sure if I know what Dwarf Fortress is. Now that I think about it. I know I've heard the game somewhere. The name of the game, but I don't even know. A good name vanished in just one message. I didn't even know if there was a message here. No, I don't hate you, Dose. Sometimes I just question about you. I mean, I want to say that I hate you, but sometimes I fear about you. Sometimes I'm afraid because you're too evil sometimes. But I don't think you really are evil, but you just portray yourself as evil. But still, tone it down a bit sometimes. There's a limit to it, man. Mermaids are sapient beings like humans and they only farmed it for money. Ah. That would be bad. More lasers, please. Although I don't remember if lasers actually work in that thing, so I might be doing this for a moot cause. So I should be making more fighters then. Let's make more fighters. Because it's like an Urquan fighter. Launch fighters, launch fighters, launch fighters. That type of a thing. Sudden lag spike there in the game. There are reasons that made your ideas pretty odd, but that is a different story. I'm not even sure if I want to hear that story. We might be diving into elements of your mind that we don't want to hear about. The game creator was so horrified that he decided to nerf the market value of mermaid bone afterward. Understandable. Very understandable. Just killing innocent mermaids for the bones to sell them for money. Yeah. Not a good thing. That is pretty much what you meant. Yeah, I understood. Will you get the God damn it. I hate it when it's so pixel perfect sometimes when going to the projects. See? See? You got it right in the middle of the goddamn... They should have made the hitbox a lot larger on the project window. So ridiculously small. Ridiculously small, just like my brains. I was not going to say my dick. I don't want to put myself down that much. My brains are small though. Easily. Because I'm doing. I can still make one more. Fit one more fighter in there. Taking such a long time to prepare for war. And then again, usually it does take time to prepare for war. Right? And get an orbital laser to work. Alright. And that last fighter in there. Actually, I got two fighters. Alright. The plate carrier is full. Full of lasers and fighters, although I still don't think I can use the lasers on the attack. I usually forget that I cannot use them. Still gonna make the lasers first before I send in the fleet carrier, Dr. Dose. Before Dr. Dose goes and murders all the Martians. I wonder when the next Martian attack on a colony is going to be. It doesn't really matter because I can easily destroy them. Does the robot do anything but press the button? Well, sometimes it doesn't even press the button. Right now it's doing nothing. And now, it'll push the button. Well, actually, it's not a robot. It actually is a guy that goes, sits down there, pushes the button. As you can see, you don't see any arms now, so there's nobody sitting there. But once you get a production going, somebody sits there and beep! I've been pushing this button for a week. Yeah! Best job in my life. Well, they're not continuously chained to the chair. Like I said, now you see them. Oh, now you don't see them, but now you will see them. Ding! Titan colony under attack. It's just when Itsy Bitsy Spider is playing. I totally forgot I had that there. Purge! Oh, come on! Fine, let's take care of the rest. It's a bitsy spider, climb down the wall. Come on, come on, come on. Let's take care of the rest. The other one. I don't even remember why I got this tune. For some reason. For reasons unknown. Oh yeah! More lasers, please! How many lasers do we now have? 9. I think I will start the attack. So let's save the game. I will make a save game here because you never know what might happen. Let's launch Dr. Dose. And You shall be sent towards Mars. Confirm. Here we go. And also, let's go and check on Trident. If they have more chromium in here. Yes. Woohoo! They have a lot of chromium. Wow! If I can get 1,000 chromium, I would be happy. And I'm sure I will get that. So now we wait 33 days for Dr. Dose to arrive on Mars. You thought the movie would be Mars Attacks? No! Now it will be Moon Attacks! That doesn't make much sense. But hey, that's how it happens here. We are the moon base and we are attacking Mars. Almost there. 12 more days. Okay, during the production of this one, the attack will happen. Alright. Let's do this. Dr. Dose under attack! Dose. Launch fleet! Poor Martians don't stand a chance against Dr. Dose. No, they don't! They will be taken out. Not for dinner, but for death. Yeah, screw you, man. Next. Who's next? God damn, these controls are so bad! I just wanted to go to the left and it went all over the place. They really should have rethought about these controls. I mean, allow the player to use a joystick or something, not the mouse. The mouse doesn't really work here. Ha! Even before you got an attack on me. Ah! Screw you, Martian. Perfect music. Come on, you motherfucker, turn! Ugh, these controls are so bad! How many ships does the Martian defense fleet have? Yes. That's the only answer you get. Yes. Just enjoy the pew pew sounds of my lasers as I destroy them one by one. Certainly it's not like fighting the Kilrathi in space. Possibly. No. Ah! Taken care of. Martians defeated. They're gone. Alright. You can come back to Moon. Because that's done. At least I hope so. Mars Communique. Commendations to the people of the Moon and their bold commander. We surrender. We are defeated. I, Gredlach, last of the Martians, bow down to you. Our planet is now yours to do as you will. My wounds are many, and I shall soon expire.
I'm dead. And now, whatever shall I do?
Yeah, lost communications there. Sorry, buddy. Alright, let's make some probes. After such a long time, it's time to make some probes. So, do I have enough space? Yes. Just enough space to make all the 3 probes. And for Dr. Dose to land. No, I didn't want the orbital laser. I wanted the probe. We are probing Mars, Deimos, and Phobos. They're the only places that I haven't probed it because I haven't had the chance to do so, but now we can do it. So now I can go back to the orbital laser. Get your ass to Mars. Mars. Don't you? Phobies. Launch. And the Demoians. Something like that. Demoians. So Mars. The Mars. And Phobos. And then Des Moines. Des Moines to Deimos. There we go. Ah, reserves are full. Okay. Okay. And also you had 1 laser, so now I can make 4 more lasers. Dr. Dose, Moon Orbit achieved. Good job there, Dr. Dose. You have done well. Now give us all those fighters. We just continue to make those lasers. But first... And now, more lasers. See you at the party, Victor. Total Recall is an awesome movie. Don't be quoting it too much. Then I want to see it again. But then again, Total Recall is an awesome movie. Why shouldn't I watch it again? But if I watch in Total Recall, then I want to watch Commando as well. So many Arnold movies. Now, all of you just land. They have landed, and now we go and research them. First, a demos. Yeah, it would be a very fun movie night if I could show Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. Alas, we cannot. Alright, so Deimos is an unusable satellite. How about Phobos? Followed by Jingle All the Way. Why not? I mean, Jingle All the Way is a bad movie, but it's entertaining. I used to have it on VHS and I watched it quite a few times because it's a bad movie, but it's entertaining still with its badness. An unusable satellite, of course. Mars research complete. Martian. So there you go. We can put a colony on Mars, and they become Martians. But they will be good Martians this time. I actually should put a colony there because that's where the end game thing is. But I need. Who told you could eat my cookies? Put that cookie down now. Put that cookie, put that cookie, put that cookie, put that cookie. I actually do have the song, if you guys want me to play it. Still got room for more lasers. Actually, what's the Dr. Doseful? Yeah. More lasers! You might be wondering, why am I making so many lasers when all the Martians are defeated? There's a reason. A very good, good reason for it. And that's also why I have the Carracks and the fleet. Okay. Since you guys so demand, let me find it. Where the hell is it then? Where is it? Ah, there it is. Well, it was right there and looking at my face, but I didn't see it.
Merry Christmas, Langston residents. Hi, Ted. Howard, hey buddy, how's it going out there?
It was actually under Jingle All the Way.
Ted, I need to speak to Liz. Could you get... Oh, Howard, excuse me, but your wife's cookies are out of this world. What who told you you can eat my cookies? I'm just helping Liz out a little in the kitchen. She's baking up the storm here. Ted, I need to speak to my wife. So could you get her on the phone, please? I think she's in the shower, Howard. You want me to go check?
No!
I mean, no, it's fine. On your way out, just tell her way out. But you shouldn't worry. Oh, she won't worry. I mean, I'm here and... Oh, these cookies. I gotta get the recipe from Liz. Put that cookie down now! Now! Howard, is there something bothering you? Because this time of year, there's a very high incidence of stress-related breakdown.
Put that cookie, put that cookie. Sweet Mason was a genius when he decided to mix this. And also, Happy New Year! Put that cookie down! Wife's cookies. This actually is a lot funnier when you see the whole video of this. Out of this world, you say? Like another world? All the brown. All the brown. Big. Let's go kiss the heart of this world. Put that cookie down. Put that cookie down. Put that cookie down. Everybody sing. Now. All the brown. All the brown. Bam. It's really cool. This.
How about this, huh?
Just thinking of Arnold Schwarzenegger during this scene is just cringe-worthy.
Oh, that's great.
It's also still unbelievable that Jake Lloyd was in movies at all. I mean,
No!
that kid couldn't act his way out of a paper bag. It was like a freaking child robot or something. What?
There's something here that doesn't seem quite,
Kosher?
sweet mace. Got everything under control. Shug.
It's the turbo time.
Put that cookie down. Put that cookie down. Put
Yeah.
that cookie down. Put that cookie down.
There. I'd say 98 orbital lasers in reserve is a good amount. For the thing that I know that is to come.
Evidently realistic voice.
Box that says voice box that says
You guys just listen to the music, I'm just concentrating on the game.
Are we finished now? Yeah. I've done something really stupid today, huh?
You can never have enough orbital lasers. Yeah, you're right about that. But this is pretty much all the orbital lasers that I can have right now. If I still had 3 more Carracks, I could have them fully loaded with orbital lasers, so that would be 60 more. But I think a 98. Was the tune mixed from King's Speech, Sweet Mason 2? I don't know. I have never heard any other Sweet Mason remix but that. It probably could be, but I don't know. I only know that one. Now, let me see. What else was I doing here? Lost the track of my thought. Right. I'm supposed to put that there, 2 there, and I'm gonna get 8 of those, and that one. Because storage is going to go to Mars. I'm gonna build an SIOS to Mars. Because I can. Go. Alright, storage. Up to space you go. Mars base. Mars. And gear. Storage. To Mars. Gear. And now we just wait for that fateful moment. That will happen soon enough. Not yet. Nothing. Okay, you landed there then. Mars colony established. You land there as well. Give them all the stuffy goodies and things. Give them the energy they need. There you go. And there's some ugly Martians for you right now. Yep. Ugly. Oh. That is done. I don't need to build anything right now. Yep. Now we just wait for that fateful moment, like I said already. Hey, Dana. Mars Colony Commander informs us he has discovered an amazing design for a terraformer in the Martian's old computer. He claims the device would accelerate the stabilizing process on Earth to such a degree that recolonization would be possible within a few years. However, initial estimations of the machine's mass are worrying. Okay. So let's look at the terraformer then. Well, let's research that. While I'm at it, let's go to Triton and get all the chromium that we can. No, not this. Chromium. This. Full amount of chromium on Laserter and launch that to the moon. Make your way to the moon, please. Takes a year, but alright. I think Specky is pretty much the only one who knows what's coming up. I hope so. If you've ever played this through, that is. You know what's coming up. So did you understand correctly? The Martians had all the time ability to save Earth, but just were assholes and instead tried to kill all humans. Exactly. You hit the nail on the head there, Dose. There. That was a long research time. Yeah, it's 1,060 tons. That's 10 over what the fleet carrier can carry. And as you can see, chromium. That's what we need the chromium for. And only 220. I thought it would be more. Well, I have 1,000 with me, so... Now we just gotta wait for the chromium. And also report on something else. Saving things is so novel. Killing things, that's an art. I don't know if it's art, but I like it. Nothing in production, nothing in research, because we don't need them. I'm just waiting for that one moment to happen. Any day. I guess we need to build a terraformer for one of the other sequences to happen. So we're just waiting for Laserter to return home. 300 days is a long time. 10 months. I think that is the slowest I've ever done in this game. I've been able to play this game through in 5 years, game time 5 years. And already taking 9 years here. But then again, I just wanted to show the game to everybody. Yeah, Happy New Year. All that stuff. All that stuff. How long, Lasertor? Just 9 days. There we go. Bring in that chromium, please. you very much. This game sure needs a fast forward button. What do you think I've been pushing all the time? That is the fast forward button. Forward in 1 day at a time. This here, advanced day, that is the fast forward button. Well, this game could easily be remade. I think they kind of have remade this game. It's called Master of Orion. Although it's not really a remake, it's a different game, but Master of Orion, I think, would be like a similar game to this. Not really. They should have built a 3-tiered fast forward as in XCOM. Possibly. No, Specky, I was just joking. Master of Orion is a much more complicated game than this. So now that I have the chromium, let us build the terraformer. Fancy looking thing. I think this is the moment when the moment that I've been waiting for will happen. And also, I think the music is a bit too loud now because I turned it up for the put that cookie down. But now, I think this is a moment where things will get interesting. I say that and nothing will happen, of course. But this is a thing that always happens in the game. What? Why hasn't it happened yet? I mean, I've got the great show business music going on here. Come on. There, we have the terraformer complete. Now what we do with it? Oh yeah, I forgot about those lasers one in here. Damn. What? Excuse me. So we have made the terraformer, but we don't have the means and ways of carrying it, because as you can see, 10,050 is what this can carry, but it's not enough. It's missing 10 tons for it to be able to carry the terraformer. Moonbase head of research says that it may be possible to convert our fleet carrier into a heavy-duty freighter, capable of carrying a terraformer to Earth. He needs to decide it in full, but warns that the extra mass of the new craft would prevent it from taking off again once it had delivered its cargo. So in other words, the freighter will be making just one trip. And it is called the Juggernaut, of course. Specky, why hasn't the event happened already? I mean, should have happened already. Well, let's make a Juggernaut then, because we can. We just need to modify the fleet carrier. Tethys colony commander must be losing her memory. We all know the Martians were destroyed months ago, yet she insists that there was an armada of fleet carriers loitering in a distant orbit. If what she claims is true, then either the armada left Mars before we attacked, or they have another base so far undetected. We had no further reports from any other colony. She must be mistaken. Nope. It's about to happen, Specky. Poor Dr. Dose will be stranded on Earth then. Well, pretty much Dr. Dose will be the first humans on Earth waiting for the terraformer to do its job so they can start repopulating Earth. So in other words, Dr. Dose will be the good guy. I'm turning Dr. Dose into the ultimate good guy. But first, let's get through this event. As soon as it happens. Moon colony under attack. Nope. 240 Martians. That's the armada. That's why you need all these orbital lasers for. We'll be trying to destroy everything here. Sometimes I have forgotten about all this, and I have only had like 10 lasers or so they did totally destroy the moon. But with 95 orbital lasers, I think I'm good here. I think I'll be able to destroy the armada. No, Dr. Dose, you are not the one who shapes the Earth. The terraformer is the one that shapes the Earth. You're just there to witness it, and then repopulate the Earth. Perfect music for this situation. I actually remember using this song in one of my April Fool's videos. Making that a very stupid, low-quality intro to the video. Just keep pushing this. Keep launching them. Keep firing, assholes. You may fire when ready. Engage. Fire phasers. Launch torpedoes.
Fire the missiles.
Move all zig or something. I'm just gonna keep on clicking that. Purge. Boom. 95 may have been a little bit overkill, but hey, you need them. Wobble lobba dub dub. 64 lasers. Tracking 39. They're almost destroyed.
Yeah. Take this heavy metal laser show, you goddamn Martian bitches.
Come on, will I take them all with this one? Screw you, Martians! There. The Martians have finally been all destroyed. Juggernaut production complete. Oh yeah. So now you will get the terraformer and launch. So you go to Earth. Also, if at this point you haven't still made the Juggernaut or the terraformer, well actually that's when they do attack. But at this point, all the other colonies, they will start to get independent. You will not be able to get to the colonies anymore soon, because they will get independent. They will clear their independency and you will have no control over them, because you are going to be going back to Earth, so why do they care? So they become independent colonies. Good for them. But also bad for them, because then 1,000 years later, or 800 years later, we will have Deuteros. Earth making a space station to see their solar system once more and finding all those colonies that were established 800 years before, and all that. Speaking of that old show, Space 1999, they sure could have used a bunch of orbiting lasers. So many episodes where they relied on eagles. Slow, Slow Eagles. I'll take your word for it because I have never even heard of that show in Space 1999. Or maybe I have, but... no. Nah, no. Well, let's get towards the end of the game, shall we? Dr. Dole's Earth orbit. Excuse me, coupon wizard, but I need you to be quiet right now, because we're getting to the end of the game, so we're gonna get some music from the game itself. Dr. Dole's, do your thing. Land. Dr. Dole's terraformer activated. So now, we just wait. Now we just wait. Callisto declares independence. And now if we go to Callisto, independent colony, command access not permitted. And this will happen with all the colonies that you have made so far. And also all the ships that you have in the colonies, you will lose them. But you don't need them anymore. You are terraforming Earth already. So it doesn't matter if they get independent. Now we just need to wait for them all to get independent, see. And then the game ends. That's all we're waiting for here. This might take a while. Might take a long while. Sure, it's taking a long while. I mean, they could have declared their independence already. All of them. There's still Triton and Mars. You could do it right now. I wonder if there's a different research on Earth right now. Nope. Still the same text. Would have been fun if that would have started to change. Triton declares independence. And next is Mars, and then it's game ending screen. The show had a really high value production grade for its day, but the writing was all over the place. Merry Christmas! Mars declares independence. And also, Happy New Year! Would it be funny if the game would have ended there? Happy New Year! Earth is Earth again. Earth is ready! The terraformer can do no more and has shut down. Readings indicate the atmosphere is stable and clear of dust storms. Although not as she were, Mother Earth still has life. A few hardy plants and insects have survived, but our seed library will enhance the vegetation. In time. All we need is a colony and a few volunteers. So what we do now is... There, Earth, human, blah 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 blah, stuff. So what we now do is... Take care, Mario. So that is done. Earth. Go to Earth. Confirm. Earth base. Do your thing. Bam. Earth colony established. I should have sent them something to have power with. Well, they have energy now. And that is where the game ends, I think. It should end there. There. Game over. CTR 72.7%. Yeah, could be a lot better. But that actually is a pretty good percentage to have. And there we go. The end of the game. There's the Earth colony that was established. And Earth is beautiful once again. And in the sky we also see the moon. The place where all this started 10 years ago. All this. You said that too early there, Tumuke, because it's not grim looking to me. In the beginning of the game, it's grim looking because it looks like a diseased planet. But right here, it's all blue, it's peaceful, lots of wheat. Nothing but wheat. Where are all the trees? They should have added some trees here. But still, it's a beautiful sight. Earth is pretty much normal again. Thanks to our terraforming powers. And our tenacity as humans to come back here. To return to Earth. To fix our problems that was caused so many years ago. All due to human-owned problems. This actually could be a very good game to use as a tool to teach kids and other people today. I mean, is this the kind of future that we want in 200 years? Earth destroyed by our own pollution and nuclear devices? Because this is a possible future that we might have. That we destroy Earth and we only have a Martian colony and a moon-based colony. The Martians will become assholes and declare war on us because they're assholes. And humans will have to try and survive on their own. On the moon, of all places. And it plays this... this is a classical piece, but I don't remember who it is. I think it was a French composer who made this tune. I don't remember who and what it's called. But I did once look it up, and I think I kind of remember that it was in French. But yes, Earth is saved, the moon, humans are saved, and stuff. The end. Yeah, it starts over again. Yeah, there's nothing else here. It's just stays on this the whole time and keeps on playing this. This is the only music in the game anyway. It plays on the beginning and here at the end. Yep. But there you go. And also I'm gonna fix up the Winamp for the future. For future live streams, just put it up into its normal place. There. Done. Didn't some scientists say that the proof that universe has other intelligent life is that they haven't contacted humanity? Well, there are arguments like that. That's why we haven't been contacted at all. That we haven't been contacted at all is a proof that there is other intelligent life on the universe. And also, they actually, wasn't it like a half a year ago or something that they might have found a planet that might have sentient life on it? That it is that is a habitable planet that might have life on it, of some kind of life, at least. Or at least the planet can support life. I don't remember what it exactly was, but something like that. That a planet was found that can support life. So there might be intelligent life out there in a different planet beyond the stars and such. Just to see all the images they keep censoring from the ISS makes one wonder about the visitations. Yeah, there are some dodgy stuff. I guess if there are sightings of visitations and all the UFO sightings and that, I think the governments just want to keep them undercover is because humanity is not ready for real contact. It's all because of the movies. Most of people do believe that if aliens ever visit our planet, they are here to destroy us. And it's all because, it's all to blame the movies. That's the only resource that we have of alien life. It's our imagination, and our imagination always goes the first place that it is dangerous. So yeah. You can't handle the truth. Yeah, exactly. That kind of business. Well, anyway, thank you everybody for joining the live stream. Hopefully you had a good time here. I mean, Millenium 2.2 is not the most exciting game around there, but it's still a good game. I really enjoy it. So, tomorrow, movie night, over on Twitch. Hopefully I will see you guys over there. I have no idea what I'm going to be showing. I have not planned ahead on what movies we're going to be watching, but I think I may have an idea. Just a movie popped into my head that we might be watching tomorrow. So be prepared. But until then, you guys take care of yourselves, and remember, if you're ever on a moon-based colony stuck there, learn to do research and to drill the moon for resources. I guess that's a good start, at least. Well, anyway, gotta go. Take care. Bye.